Joining me now in a Kelly File exclusive, Congressman Trey Gowdy, who investigated Mrs. Clinton as the chairman of the House Benghazi Committee. Great to see you, Congressman. So, your reaction to Director Comey's announcement today?
Well, I have kind of focused on the seminal word in his letter, which is the word conclusions, plural, not singular, plural. He had a lot of conclusions in July, including that she was extremely careless in the way she handled classified information. She didn't turn over all of her work email, and she both sent and received information, including that which was marked classified. So there were myriad conclusions he reached in July, and I think his use of the word conclusions today, plural, was important.
To say we have not changed our conclusions since July. And yet, clearly this closes the book on the question of criminality insofar as the feds are concerned and her email. Does it not?
I don't think so, Megan. I think it closes the book based on what they know now. But, 10 days ago, we didn't know that Uma Abedin had failed to turn over all of her devices. Investigations are never over unless a statute of limitations has expired or unless jeopardy has attached. So this investigation is over based on what they know, but they don't know what they don't know. And Megan, my other point is, I mean, can you imagine a closing argument of having to spend the day before a general election saying the FBI was not able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt every element of a criminal offense? If that is the closing argument for a presidential candidate, they got other problems.
Well, in the end, she chose not to mention it, and I think for the very reason you just suggested, their team understands that's not exactly how they want to reinforce their message in these next couple of days. Do you think this had, because they're saying, look, this had a real effect, and you heard Trace's report about how she thinks it hurt her with independents and Republican women who were reluctant to support Donald Trump. Do you think that the Comey decision 9-10 days ago actually might affect, if, perhaps the presidential race, and if not that, some of the Senate races that we're watching that have been pretty tight?
No, ma'am. I think her decisions have impacted female voters and independent voters. I think it's just a reminder that most of what she has said on the email issue has been demonstrably false. That is not Jim Comey's fault. I'm not upset with Jim Comey for sending the letter today. I thought he had to, just like he had to 8 or 9 days ago. She is the reason that we are discussing this hours before a general election, not Jim Comey.
That's important to note because Comey's had a lot of attackers out there, but you defend him. You think his decision in July was sound, as was this one. Before I let you go, you too are facing a re-election on Tuesday, and it's, your favorite to win, we'll put it that way. And yet that hasn't stopped you from releasing ads like this one, which I think our viewers will enjoy. Watch.
That Trey Gowdy really goes after him, doesn't he?
I'm telling you, the man's fearless.
He's fighting Obamacare, Hillary, wasteful spending.
Know what I like most? Gowdy's consistent. Conservative. Yep.
Steady.
Got a good head on his shoulders.
Don't know about that hair, though.
You do remember I'm still sitting here.
Just saying.
Trey Gowdy, consistent conservative, inconsistent haircuts.
This is Trey Gowdy, and for some reason, I approve this message.
It's true. I like that you recognize that about yourself. And, the facial hair is also slightly inconsistent. If you know about it, why don't you do something there?
I have had a lot of help in recognizing that weakness over the last 6 years. I can tell you this, I am the only politician in America dumb enough to run a negative attack ad on himself, but I thought people needed to laugh in the last couple of days before an election, and I'd rather them laugh at me than me poke fun of somebody else.
Amen. We did need a laugh, and just for the record, I can relate on the inconsistent hair. It's great to see you. All the best.
Yes, ma'am. You too.